Hello everyone, and today I would like you introduce you a very good colleague, very good friend of mine. He is also a member of Earth Association for Regression Therapy, and I was really inspired with his work. And he's doing lovely demo sessions and lovely presentations. I know that I really felt from the heart that our Turkish colleagues, regression therapists, psychologists, and hypnotherapists, whoever involved in the therapy really has to meet with this man and inspire from his wisdom and experience. Here, Martin Roesch is my guest, and I would like to hear. Martin, welcome.
Yeah, welcome, Tulin. And maybe just to express a thank you to yourself, because I think it's a great initiative that you take it up and present it to colleagues of you. I'm doing a bit a different perspective than normal regression therapy. And I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to share this knowledge in your community.
So,
So
first
thank you
of
for the
all,
initiative.
would you please introduce yourself because you are psycho-oncologist? So, would you please give some information about your background?
Yeah. Um, I refer to myself as a mental spiritual psycho-oncologist, meaning um, I'm working almost exclusively with cancer patients, and this since more than 10 years. And before I was in oncology as well, at conferences and doing research. So I'm quite involved for decades actually in oncology. And we humans, Tulin, we are body, mind, and spirit. And medicine today takes care of the body. But there is an additional dimension, which is mind and spirit, which has a beautiful potential. And when you are faced with an existential issue like a cancer diagnosis, it would be just worthwhile to tap the full potential, to just inquire as well what is in the mental realm, what is in the spiritual realm that can support me. And the point is, medicine treats actually the symptom. So the surgeon cuts the cancer away. The chemotherapy inhibits the replication, and the radiation therapy just destroys the DNA. But it's all the symptom. No of these techniques answer what made me come into that situation. And this is exactly when I understand what made me experience what when we come in that situation, I'm getting to maybe root causes, not only the symptom, root causes. And this is perfectly complementary to medicine. It's not a contradiction at all. It's just an amendment and a beautiful amendment. And to your
And
question, I started out, I majored in business and in psychology. In the outer world, I founded a company in the medical area. We were more than 100 employees, and I sold that company until I focused again on that psychological work, which I'm totally fascinated about. And this is why I'm doing it right now. And the inner world, I was always interested in consciousness issues. I was in a monastery in Thailand. I was in the Zen meditations. I was having hundreds of family constellation stuff, shamanic work. And so once you're interested in this kind of thing, yeah, there are so many things to discover.
so very nice. So, as Unicorn Transformational Studies, together with you, we will do some online workshops in April.
Yeah,
The first one will be 15th of April, and the second one will be 1 week later, 22nd of
second.
April. Would you
Mhm.
please give some information about the workshop we are going to do together?
Yes. Um, the focus will be to investigate the body. And it is about consciousness. And we know that consciousness is far more than our body. With consciousness, we can reach out in the past. And there is consciousness in the embryonic stage, as we know. And there is consciousness even before birth. and according to the experience therapists have, even after death. So we use that consciousness and we focus it on our body because, well, our organs, our cells do have a consciousness on their own. And if we look at evolution, how we started to become humans as we are, in the very, very beginning, there were two cells. And one cell said, well, I'm specializing on digestion. And the other cell says, well, I'm specializing on movement. So it became way more complex, but there is simple and primitive forms of consciousness, which grew, expands into more complex consciousness. And we are tapping with our cognitive awareness into the consciousness of our cells, of our bodies. And I would like in this workshop to present the techniques on how to do it and the little pitfalls, what you need to avoid. And the main thing is really, um, you need to allow your client to experience herself or himself. It is not about you knowing anything. If I know something and it falls off on the floor, it shatters on the floor. The only thing that has an impact is what the client experiences herself or himself. So it will be about techniques on how to guide a client to get in touch with a deeper consciousness of his body. And there are sometimes amazing dialogues, surprising dialogues. And very often you start out with, I fight with my cancer. But once you get a deeper understanding, you realize, hey, maybe he tries to help me, maybe in the wrong way, but you will always sooner or later find it's a misguided way of helping me. And once you understand this, the whole approach starts becoming different. You're not fighting anymore, you're dancing with it. Because, Julian, if you fight with a cancer, you always connect yourself with the energy of fight. Um, and there are other energies that may be way more helpful, and it needs to experience this. So the workshop is giving inspirations, giving um, demos. I want to present some cases on how things may develop. I want to do a demo, a live demo, and I want to create the opportunity that participants in breakout groups can experience in a very simple way. Start doing it themselves, so we can discuss it. We can check and discuss what had been experienced, and the objective, really, my whole objective is to enable, to inspire, to give courage that people take up that issue themselves. It doesn't need to be cancer patients in the beginning, but
Yeah,
just
that
start.
was my question because
Yeah,
it not only the cancer clients or also even you are healthy, you can do kind of different reconnection with your own body.
absolutely, absolutely. It's chronic diseases. What I like about the cancer is, but that's, well, personal. I have a lot of medical background on cancer. That's one. The second is it's an existential threat. So sometimes in psychotherapy, when it gets hot a little bit, people there's a tendency, oh, to back off. I don't want to touch it. But with a cancer diagnosis, you have a strong incentive to stay with it, to even to stay with the theme and not just walk away. And the third, and to me most important, is it's an objective criteria. Like if you do partnership relations, you may feel good, but you don't really know, was it a big difference? Was it a real change or wasn't it? With physical body, with diseases, you have an objective, clear feedback. Is it progressing? Is it stagnant? Or is it going back? So besides your feeling, oh, that was a good session, you have an objective feedback, which is quite a challenge.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love it. You learn even when you fail because it's consciousness.
Yeah, because and human consciousness is limitless, just we are limiting ourselves. And I'm sure that that perspective and your approach will widen also our colleagues and psychologists, regression therapists, or if you are really touching somebody with, as you said, completing yourself, because healing is actually being whole.
Yeah.
So And I'm sure that it will give us, our colleagues, very nice inspirations. So, and I say that this is just a beginning. So we just try to give a glimpse of information.
Yeah.
And
You're right, Tulin, because therapy always involves a kind of a meta level. You have to change the perspective. You feel yourself, I'm a victim. I've got that disease. That is a state that doesn't help you. If you're able to connect with a deeper consciousness of yourself and you are able to change perspective and view yourself from a different angle, there is potential of change, of new resources. And it's all a matter of you within you. I'm encouraging everybody that is interested in bodily healing aspects to get aware of that potential, of the techniques that are available to get in touch with ourselves in the body.
thank you, Martin. It is
Yeah.
always lovely to meet you, and a lot of inspirations all the time. And so we will be happy to host you. Of course, it is online, and there will be also Turkish English translation. And we will also give some opportunity for the participants. We will put it to Vimeo. They will not able to download the video, but they will, with a password, they will able to watch it again for a limited time, but they will have an access for a period. Then they can watch it and get information and again. So it will be really beneficial for everybody's practices. So once again, and we will share the information for registration. And we have also early bird advantages. So please contact with us for more information. Thank you, Martin.
Teşekkür Tülin. Okay, bye bye. Looking forward to seeing you.